So the first question is, was there a connection between the movie Enola Holmes and the topics we've recently discussed? If yes, how did it relate with our lessons? Okay, so yes, there is a connection between the movie Enola Holmes and what we've discussed, because patriarchy, sexism, feminism was portrayed in that movie. And it was portrayed when um, Mycroft wanted Enola Holmes to attend in school for how women should be properly behaved and properly dressed, and even the way how they eat, and even their mindset or perspectives in life, because they are trained there how to be how to properly behave in public and even in the house, because women that time is just a display on how people are pleased on looking at you or looking at women, because if you are a decent one or properly behaved woman, you are considered to be normal. You are considered to be decent, and men are on the verge of marrying you or wanted to marry you because you are that woman. And also, women that time are taught to how to take good care of their husband, doing household chores, taking good care of the children, and obeying what the commands of their husbands give to the wives, or simply as they are considered as yaya or nannies, yayas and nannies on our terms that time, because they are not wives, they are not considered wives, they are considered as displaced, they are considered as slaves for men. And also, we have no right to vote, and I think we don't even have the right to speak our minds or speak up to the men, or even have our own opinions about what they are thinking, because we are considered as fragile, we are considered as uneducated because we are not taught about their political matters, and we are considered to be emotional persons at that time. So women's opinions does not matter that time. Okay, the second question is, the movie setting was set in which wave of feminist movement, and why do you think so? Enola Holmes movie portrayed the first wave of women's movement, because I think so, because it was in the movie, it portrayed the women have no right to vote because women are still fighting for it. And also, in that movie, the women are not considered to be workers for the high class workers for men, because when Enola Holmes introduced herself in the mansion, the people there, or the people present in there, did not believe her or did not agree with her, because Sherlock Holmes is a popular man, and they believe that he has no assistant, and if he would have assistant, he would not choose a woman at that time. So they are not they did not believe her just because she's a woman and she is still young. And also at that time, I believe that it was in the first wave, because that was the time when when Enola Holmes' mother was gone, to ready just to be prepared, or just to be ready for the upcoming war or the fight against men, or they want to roar, they want to be heard, that they wanted the the woman's right to vote, and to have a nice job, and also to have the right to speak. We are just not let them be considered, just not let the woman be considered as slaves or displays. So the third question is, why did Enola's mother leave? Enola's mother leave because she believed that Enola has a right in the future to be heard. Enola has a right to vote. Enola has a right to say no to their husband if they don't want to reproduce a child. Enola has a right to own a thing. Enola has a right, or because she's amazing. She's an amazing child. Therefore, she deserves all right. But all women deserves that right. All women, because if Enola's mother did not want that movement, or did not fight for it that time, what would be Enola's future? She would be considered as slaves, right? So that's why Enola's mother lived. But in that movie, her mother's actions or plan did not work, or it did work somehow, but Enola was the first one who made history for women. Enola was the one who roared first, rather than their plan. So that's the reason. So for the fourth question is that, do you think there is still a need to advocate women's right, or the other gender's right for that matter? Yes. In that matter, in that moment, in Enola's home moment, it really needs an advocation for women's right, because women that time are looked down. They are not considered to be important for the men, because they think that they have no use in the political matters. They have no use in the economic matters. They have no use in the social matters. They are just displaced. Because women that time, they think that they should be at home doing chores, taking care of children, taking good care of the husband, but they are not considered as wives. They are considered as slaves that time. And in other gender, and when it comes to today, yes, women still need the advocation of women's rights, because this day women has a lower salary rather than men, and also women are discriminated by other companies because they considered women as emotional. So they think that the decision of women are not valid, or they don't really accept women's reason for their actions or something like that, because we are just emotional ones. We are irrational if we are emotional, right? That's what they think. And also, women today are discriminated by the employees was the amo, the owner, because they think that women cannot do things what men thinks. Oh, come on. Women can do what men do, but Men cannot do what other women can do. Imagine, can they give birth? Can they stand the pain? No, I think not. Can they do that sacrifice where women sacrifice their life just to give birth to their child? I think not, because they are considered to be prideful. They have a lot of ego, and they discriminate, and a lot of men discriminate women just because they think they are fragile. And also, I would like to advocate the other gender's right, which is men's right. Because nowadays, we tend to see women being abused by men. But how about men being abused by women, right? I think people do not really hear that or really consider that. Because imagine this, if a man hurt a woman, everyone will gonna say something. But if a woman hurt a man, you cannot hear anything but just the man's plea, but no one heard him. Hey, she hit me first. That's why I hit her. It's it's just very unfair for men, because women nowadays tend to abuse them, yet they are not heard by everybody, or their reason is not valid. So I would like to advocate their rights also, and also for the rights of other genders. I would like to advocate respect. They should not be discriminated, because we are just equal in this world. We live, they live. They have life, we have life. They have feelings, we have also. We have feelings, they have also feelings. We can be depressed, they can also be depressed. We are humans, they are also humans. If we do not want them to do things what we don't want them to do unto us, well then, why don't we respect each other, mind our own business, unless we are asked to help them or something like that. So that's just my opinion.